Climate change and other effects have reduced reef-building coral to less than 10% of its historic cover in the world. Three mechanisms to coral reefs that are effects of climate change are warming temperatures, ocean acidification, and sea level rise. Rising temperatures cause bleaching. Corals lose their color because they lose zooxanthellae that live in polyps' tissues. Because of bleaching, corals are less resistant to diseases. The ocean is absorbing higher levels of carbon dioxide in ocean waters, making the waters more acidic. Ocean acidification slows the rate at which coral reefs generate calcium carbonate, thus slowing the growth of coral skeletons, making them vulnerable to predators. Besides climate change effects, chronic stresses that challenge reefs include eutrophication from inadequate wastewater and stormwater management systems, coastal development, overfishing, destructive fishing practices, boat groundings, anchor damage, and diver impacts. Coral reefs around the world, thousands of marine species find food and shelter, which in turn support economically valuable recreational and commercial fishing. Coral reefs also form a breakwater for adjacent coasts, providing natural protection from storm surges. There are hotspots for the tourism industry. The coral reefs off the Florida Keys help generate more than $1.6 billion in revenues annually. In Florida, people drain their septic tanks directly into the ocean. The additional nitrates in the human waste cause algae to grow on top of the coral structures and deprive the polyps of sunlight. Florida is the #1 dive destination in the world, with 10 times the number of the second highest rated diving areas. The slightest touch can crush the fragile living coral polyps on the surface of each coral formation, exposing the entire coral head to infection and disease. Reef visitors that touch, stand, or scrape the coral with fins, hands, or equipment damage coral that's grown for hundreds of years. Florida is the #1 dive destination in the world, with 10 times the number of the second highest rated diving area. The slightest touch can crush the fragile living coral polyps on the surface of each coral formation, exposing the entire coral head to infection and disease. Reef visitors that touch, stand, or scrape the coral with fins, hands, or equipment damage coral that's grown for hundreds of years. Grazers from reefs through overfishing or disease can allow algae to begin overgrowing corals and eventually cause a phase shift, where long-lived, slow-growing corals are replaced by fleshy, fast-growing seaweeds. In extreme cases where nutrient inputs are high, algae may be able to overgrow corals and become dominant. Anchors destroy wide areas of coral, and by the sheer impact of the anchor, the living coral polyps are crushed and destroyed. Large freighters and ships that accidentally run aground get the most attention for killing large areas of coral reefs. Small pleasure boats are literally chipping our reefs to death by groundings, propeller damage, and poor anchoring procedure. Oil pollution from discharge, untreated sewage waste, and increased turbidity from boat wakes reduce the conditions required for healthy coral growth. In the end, the Florida reefs are being destroyed. Warming temperatures, ocean acidification, rising sea level, eutrophication from polluted water, and various human impacts are all harming Florida coral reefs.